Good evening, children. Today I am going to tell you a story from Central Java. This is the story of Nawang, Wulan, and Jaka Taro. This story occurred a very long time ago in an idyllic village named Taro. The village of Taro lay in a plateau that was cradled between two mountains in central Java. Most of the people of Taro village lived hand to mouth by tilling their land to plant paddy. They also raised sheep and cattle on the lower slopes of the mountains that cast a plethora of shadows on their village. The scene opens with a young man trudging through the forest that borders the village of Taro with a blowpipe in his hand. This young man is Jaka Taro, the charge of Boranda, who adopted him when he was just a few days old. Jaka Taro's favorite pastimes were hunting for deer and snaring birds in the haast. On that spectacular evening, he had come into the untrodden part of the forest to look for some wild game, but there were no animals in sight. He was getting ready to retrace his footsteps in the direction of home when he heard a macaw cackling from its perch on the bough of a rainforest tree. When Jaka Taro tried to aim his blowpipe at it, the bird flew away. The young man went deeper into the forest in search of the bird, but he could not find it. Instead, he heard the carefree laughter of a woman. The voice came from a pond that was located in the heart of the forest. Jaka Taro spied from behind a tree, and he saw 7 nymphs bathing in the pond. The shawls were hanging from the branch of a nearby tree. On an impulse, he stole one of the shawls. The lovely blue shawl smelt of frangipanies. As dusk drew near, the nymphs tied their magical shawls to their waists and started flying home to their abode high above the clouds. The youngest of the nymphs could not find her shawl. Thus she started to weep. Her sisters bade her goodbye as it was almost nightfall. This nymph's name was Nawang Wulan. As Nawang Wulan bemoaned her misfortune, Jaka Taro approached her in the guise of finding out why she was weeping. He offered to take her to his dilapidated hut, which was surrounded by paddy fields. Since that day, Nawang Wulan stayed with Jaka Taro. As the days passed by, the young people fell in love with each other. A month later, they decided to get married and devote their lives to one another. They welcomed a child, a girl, that they named Nawang as the flowers bloomed and the skies cleared 9 months later. Though the paddy fields had a reduced yield due to a long spell of drought, Jaka Taro's granary overflowed with threshed rice grains. Ripe tomatoes peek from the wooden fence in his vegetable plot as their vines clambered higher for sunshine unperturbed by the lack of rainfall. This roused the curiosity of the couple's neighbors, who found it hard to survive during the dry season. One morning, Nawang Wulan was cooking rice in a pot when her little daughter cried as she wanted to answer nature's call. Nawang Wulan asked her husband to watch the pot of rice, which was on a stack of burning firewood, as she took her daughter to the nearby river to relieve herself. Before leaving for the river, she reminded her husband not to remove the cover of the pot or to look inside the pot. When Jaka Taro was alone, he removed the lid of the rice pot, and what a shock he had when he saw only a sheaf of rice in the boiling water. Then realization belatedly dawned on him that his wife had used her magical power to provide for all their needs. Nawang Wulan was angry with her husband because his irresponsible behavior had caused her to lose her magical power. From thence, she had to work hard to thresh the ripened sheaves of paddy. As fate would have it, Nawang Wulan finds a lost shawl in the granary on a misty evening when she goes there to take a coconut shell full of rice. She is devastated to know that it was Jaka Tharup who had stolen her shawl years ago. She kisses her daughter goodbye for the last time and flies to her celestial home. Thank you and goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this story.